Malt Liquor Fight Night. This one in the welterweight division, a scheduled 6-rounder between the veteran journeyman Bobby Van and the undefeated Ronald Winky Wright. And with the official introductions of our fighters, here's ring announcer Mark Biro.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sun Dome on the campus of the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida, for an evening of all-star professional boxing. Under the promotion of Alessi Promotions, your matchmakers are Tommy Torino and Mike Acree. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Florida State Athletic Commission, your chairman, Dr. R. Wilson Geldner. Commissioners, Pat Cesarano, Jimmy Resnick, Curtis Honey, and Dr. Jack Gugino. Your attending executive director is Don Hazelton. This is your first bout of the evening. It is scheduled for 6 rounds, welterweights. Your referee from Tampa, Florida, Brian Gary. Introducing first, in the blue corner to my right, wearing the gold trunks, black trim, he weighs 143 pounds, professional record, 6 wins, 7 defeats, with 3 knockouts, from Miami, Florida, Bobby Van. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks, gold trim, weighing 147 pounds. He is undefeated in 12 professional bouts with 7 knockouts, from St. Petersburg, Florida, Ronald Winky Wright. 6 rounds, welterweights.
Okay, gentlemen, let's step up here. We went over all the instructions in the dressing room just a few minutes ago. If you score a knockdown, go to the neutral corner. Listen to my commands at all times during the bout. Shake hands, come out boxing.
And there you get a look at the tail of the tape. Winky Wright, slightly the taller of the two, checked in at 147, a 4-pound weight advantage. The reach is dead even at 72. And a look at the Florida boxing rules. Scoring on a 10-point must system done by the judges at ringside. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. No standing 8 count administered, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. This is round 1. We're scheduled for 6 in the junior middleweight division. Winky Wright in the black trunks, and Bobby Van, who's coming off a lengthy layoff, in the yellow trunks with the black trim. Chuck.
You know, Van, when he was an amateur, was an incredible amateur in his native South Africa. There you get a look at Van. Is not a big puncher, but he can be a crafty boxer. Voted South African Sportsman of the Year a couple of times, and that is quite a lofty honor when you consider that. Oh, good right hook by Winky Wright. Caught him right on the button, but Van didn't seem too fazed by it. Went back against the ropes, but came back with a combination.
As you started to allude to, he was a terrific athlete in his native South Africa, and he comes into the ring tonight in very good shape. Lean and trim at 143 pounds, in spite of the fact he hasn't actually been in a ring war since 1986, but he finds out quickly what it's all about.
Well, he managed to bounce up rather quickly after that knockdown. That was a quick right-left combination by Winky Wright.
Winky Wright was tested in his last outing against Linnell Stroman. He did step up a little bit in class, and he went the distance, albeit a winning effort, over 6 rounds.
Problem here is that when Van is going downstairs, you'll see he goes and tries to throw punches to the body, leaves the head wide open. He's not able to cover up when he does that. You'll notice if he's in here long enough, as he'll try to go downstairs and hit Winky Wright to the body. There it is, right there. You see his head is wide open, and Winky Wright can counter easily.
Winky Wright trying to show more patience in the ring, obviously banging with a little more authority in tonight's matchup, and that's been one of his problems. He's had some difficulty with his hands. He fights out of a southpaw stance. Some question his power at 12-0 with 7 KOs, but he's demonstrated some punching ability tonight.
Some of that could be the product of ring rust on the part of Bobby Van, who has not fought in 5 years and 3 months. Since he got married, got a job, went back to school, just lost his desire to box. Now he's back, and probably a little bit too late to do anything significant in the division. But just hanging in here for these 6 rounds could be enough against Winky Wright.
Well, he's in the school of hard knocks right now as Winky Wright goes to town, scoring to the body, and just missing as he finished up that combination to the head. Bobby Van, a game effort here in round 1, but this has been all Winky Wright's show so far.
No straight punches thrown by Van, a lot of wide punches. You see when he throws the punches to the body, they're wide and they're slow, and it makes it very easy for Wright to come back with sharp, straight punches.
Approaching the final 20 seconds of round one. It's scheduled for 6. Doesn't look at this point like it's going to go that far as Wright starts to tee off and find the range in the corner. Van covering up, trying to survive round one.
The body punches are landing. The head punches did not.
And now Bobby Van in almost complete retreat. He comes forward, but is throwing punches without much sting on him, and Winky Wright has dominated this opening stanza. We'll go into the blue corner of Bobby Van and see if he can find some solutions to what was a very difficult opening stanza for him. Bobby Van, 6-7 as a professional. He's been out of the ring for some 5 years. Started out his career at 4-0. We'll listen in to his cornerman.
Step around to his right side, okay? To your left. To your left, okay? Don't go back. Don't go back. You step straight back. You want a guy catching you. You're pulling straight back. Step to your left with your gas. To your left, okay? To his right. Stop your left hook right hand. You got it, man. Okay? All right? Keep your hands up. You drop your hands down to your waist. Okay? Keep your hands up. Come on, take deep breath. One more.
Take a look at some of the damage that Winky Wright did to Bobby Van. There you see Van throwing those wide punches. His left glove is way down. He is hit with the straight right and then the left hand following, and that's basically the story of that round. No defense on the part of Van.
A rude welcome back to the sweet science for Bobby Van, down in round one, and very much rusty on his timing on defense, especially after he tries to fire. And this is round two, scheduled for 6 in the junior middleweight division. A 10-7 round on Charles J's scorecard. Rather generous there, Chuck.
Well, you know, it's up to my discretion whether I'm going to give him a 10-8 or 10-7. 2 knockdowns, you have the latitude to make it 10-7. And I figured Wright was dominant enough in the first round.
At the very least, a 10-8 round on the scorecards of all the judges at ringside, and Winky Wright goes downstairs and scores to the abdomen
and he
with
just
a nice
found
right uppercut.
Yeah, he found that nice right uppercut inside, and they told Van in his corner, you know, keep your arms, keep your gloves up when you're coming in.
Winky Wright throwing in combinations and doing something we've seen John Coward do on the Schlitz Ball Liquor Fight Night Series. Spinning, giving different angles to Bobby Van, who right now is completely befuddled in there and just hangs on. Low blow by Bobby Van draws a warning from referee Brian Gary, the third man in the ring for our opening bout tonight.
Van is complaining about being grabbed behind the head by Wright, and he was slammed to the body with a good body punch. Just when you're a southpaw, you're going to have that tendency to grab your opponent around the head with your right hand.
Good left hand as a lead punch by Winky Wright. Stalking Van now, who's completely in retreat.
In retreat, he looks a little winded as well. He's getting hammered with those punches, but he's been getting hit with a lot of good body punches. And I think when you're out of action for that long, you're not used to going rounds and going rounds in real fight situations. And Van is a victim of that so far this evening.
Winky Wright, 12-0 as a professional, 7 knockouts. And he had an excellent amateur career. A very popular fighter in these parts, hailing from St. Petersburg. And a right hand right on the mark. He continues to hammer away to the face and body of Bobby Van. Much more patient Winky Wright, though, tonight. At times we've seen him try to follow up on an early advantage a little too quickly, and at other times we've seen him fade a little bit in the later rounds.
And we've seen him get complacent at certain points in his career as well. In fact, in his last fight against Linnell Strowman, he hit Strowman with a good punch, backed up, dropped his hand, and got floored by Strowman. Second time he's been down on his from Rocky Fabrizio. So a lot of things in doubt about Wright, including his chin.
Final seconds of round two. And once again, it has been Winky Wright's round as Bobby Van has been hard-pressed to come up with any answers in this fight thus far. Winky Wright working from short range in round two may make short work of Bobby Van tonight if this trend continues. This is round three, scheduled for 6, our opening bout on Schlitz Malt Liquor Fight Night. Jeff DeForest and Charles J. at the Sundome on the campus of the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida, and you've got a wide margin after 2 rounds.
I was very liberal again in the second round. I made it a 10-8 round because Wright just totally dominated Bobby Van. I mean, he just hit him with about every punch in the book. But I tell you what, I do see something for Bobby Van. Wright is getting to throw that right uppercut a lot more, and Van needs to step to the left and counter with a left hook. I think if he can do that, he may be able to catch Wright with his hands down.
Well, you can see the ring rest on Bobby Van, and now you can see his head snap back from the left hand from Winky Wright, and he comes in to try and put the finishing blows on. Hammers Bobby Van with two good right hands, then a left. Bobby Van in some serious trouble as he backs away from the onslaught of Winky Wright.
And at this point, Wright is hitting him first in the body, setting him up for those straight. Oh, that's it.
Daggers Bobby Van, and it looks like it's all over. You can see his knees buckle. Brian Gary giving it a close look. He could stop this at any time and not be criticized. As Bobby Van is finished, he's out on his feet, and it's all over. Winky Wright, his 8th knockout, 13-0 as a pro. A very impressive performance tonight against the game, but out of boxing condition, Bobby Van.
Nice job by Winky Wright. He hit Bobby Van with both hands. He showed a lot of poise in there. Showed an ambidextrous punching ability. The right hook was very, very prominent in this fight. And then he would come straight up the middle with those left hands that totally befuddled the Bobby Van and just wore him down. I think Van was a little tired. He was battered. And Brian Gary, I think, stepped in at the right time. Bobby Van obviously couldn't defend himself any further than that. We take a look at some damage that he did in round number 3. There's Van's hands down again. There's the right uppercut. And then the left uppercut, an elbow might have gotten in there somewhere, but Winky Wright knows Van really can't hurt him, but he covers up well. And there is that right hook that just dazes Van. About this time, like you said, Jeff, you wouldn't be criticized if you stepped in and stopped the fight. And that right hook there was really the end. And then Gary will come in and step in after that uppercut, and that is it.
Punching in combination, punching with crisp power, and cutting off the distance and the ring against Bobby Van. Very impressive effort by Ronald Winky Wright. We saw him struggle some in his last outing on December 13th on Schlitz Malt Liquor Fight Night as he took 6 rounds to defeat Linnell Stroman right here at the Sun Dome. Much better effort tonight by Winky Wright, and he remains unbeaten at 13-0. With the official time, here's our ring announcer, Mark Biro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 22 seconds of the 3rd round. The winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Ronald Winky Wright.
Technical knockout victory in round 3. A very strong performance by Ronald Winky Wright. He'll move up the ranks and come back and try and make it 14-0 as we continue the Schlitz Malt Liquor Fight Night Series. Bobby Van perhaps will come back and fight another day, but he'll remember this one. He'll probably be taking a standing 8 count in his sleep tonight after getting hammered around the ring by Ronald Winky Wright.